Do you film that high? I like to see kind of. All right.
There's the mute, like.
If I ever need that. Okay. Sounds good. We're 3 minutes before game time, so this is a little better angle. A little better.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't. Grab onto it.
Does that help at all? Does it come in any better when it does that? Terry said it wasn't that bad, so I think we're okay.
The other two will go outside and
Well, at least they zammed. I'm glad because they had the overtime before this game. Ice was chewed up pretty good. All right, welcome everybody. I think we're just waiting for some other folks to get started here, finishing up the ZAM. It's a good game just before us. Lovell and North York, two really good teams, played to a 2-2 tie. So they went into overtime, and it was a 4v4 for 3 minutes, and ended up no goal. So that game ended in a tie. But your Culver Eagles played well earlier today, first game of the season. Came up with a commanding 8-0 win. I thought all the girls played well. Execution, like I said earlier, was a little off, but you expect that early in the season. But they really just controlled the play. But I think they can do better as the season progresses and they continue to find that chemistry. So not sure who we're going to have in net today. I believe it's going to be Sarah Chelko. Yep, okay, Axel confirmed. So we'll have Sarah Chelko in net today for this second game. Tatum Ellington played phenomenal game one. Got a nice shutout to start the season and had some really good defensive play. I think all the girls overall played, again, very, very well. I know we're missing one of our girls. Shout out to Mackenzie. She stayed back in Culver. I think she's preparing for some big exams. So, Mackenzie, if you're listening in, I hope things are going well for you with your studies. We miss you and can't wait to see you on the ice. So Culver girls will be donning their white sweaters. I think they always look sharper in the white. Nothing against the maroons. I like those too, but I think they always kind of stand out a little bit with their white sweaters. So my player of the game last game was Helena Weisner. I thought she played phenomenal on defense. Could have given to a lot of people. Coaches selected Allison as the player of the game, or hard worker, the Eagle, whatever they call it. So she did have a goal and 2 assists. Jacqueline Gasso had a couple of goals and I believe a couple of assists. Maya Watanabe played terrific, had a couple goals. Britton Liebecker had a goal. Piper Gwynn had a goal. And I think that counts for everybody who got on the goal score sheet anyway. But again, probably a little better competition this game, we hope. We will be playing the Ridley College Tigers, another Canadian team. So this game will conclude the Friday night affairs. And then Saturday, for those thinking ahead for tomorrow, if you're not watching the Fighting Irish take on Texas A&M, you'll be seeing Culver play the Edge School at 1:15 Eastern. And then the Kingston Ice Wolves at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And then we'll figure things out on Sunday, depending on how they do. With there's, I think, 8 different divisions, up to 8 to 10 teams in each division. They'll come up with kind of a playoff format. Top 4 teams from all of those divisions, based on tiebreakers, will play their own little mini tournament, and then every team will play at least an additional game. So they do a really nice job here at Stony Creek. As I mentioned on the earlier broadcast, this is an extremely well-attended tournament, not only by great hockey programs and prep schools and what have you, but also with many colleges scouting this tournament. They do produce that listing, I believe, on the Stony Creek website. You got to kind of search for it, but almost the who's who in D1 hockey, and I think there's a number of really good D3 college scouts here as well. So on our team, we have several D1 commitments already. I shouted this out last game, but we got Britton Liebecker going to Clarkson, good school in upstate New York. Piper Gwynn going to Providence. Natalie Wu going to Long Island University, along with her teammate Helena Weisner going to LIU as well. And then Carly Schwartz is going to the Vermont Catamounts. I have a niece. I love my niece, and she graduated several years from Vermont. So shout out to Jacqueline as well. You'll be having one of Allison's teammates at your alma mater. All right, so the girls are talking it over. We're getting ready to get started here, 15-minute periods. And if it happens to go into overtime, there's a 4v4 3-minute overtime for the round robin games. And then there's a shootout if it's in the playoff format, but we're still in the round robin for now. So it looks like the Ridley College team will be wearing their black jerseys with the orange piping. Kind of looks a little bit like Princeton Tiger Lilies, another good program. And our Culver Eagles will be going in their white sweaters. So still trying to get all these numbers and names down pat. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce any of the names last game, but starting to get more familiar with their skating strides and styles. So should be a little cleaner called game hopefully today. How are we doing with our viewers? What do we got? 15? Yeah, 15 viewers? Got a couple?
It's going to be fuzzy though. Like
all right. Unfortunately, we got some netting that is really close to the camera, so it kind of brings it out of focus quite a bit. So we'll do our best to give you a clear picture, but we really are kind of limited by all the safety precautions they take at hockey rinks these days. All right. Looks like we got Allison Connolly, Samantha Britton, and Maya Watanabe, supported on D by Addison Novi and Jacqueline Gasso. Allison wins the draw back to Gasso. Gasso to Novi. Novi throws it up the boards. Allison's giving chase. We will have no icing. It waved off. Pursuing the puck well is Britton. Connolly trying to battle along the corner boards there. Getting supported by Sammy. A little bit of a scrum in the corner there. Puck slides out to Watanabe. Watanabe gets it back to Gasso. Gasso, ripper. Oh, there it is. Connolly was in front, could not get a stick on it. Good pressure by Culver. And Ridley College Tigers come out with it. Picked up by Gasso. Gasso curls, looking to enter the zone. Makes a move. Bounced off the puck. Taken back by Ridley. Ridley College comes back out. Looks like they're intent to just dump it in there, but Addison Novi picks that up. Piper Gwynn, good pass to Britton Liebecker. A nice pass back to Gwynn. Gwynn splits the D. She's got a chance here. Good shot. Good play. Liebecker gets it back to the point to Jace Krantz. Jace gets it over to Schwartz. Schwartz centering pass to Liebecker. A little bit far out of reach there, but good opportunity. Samantha Wham Sam Schneider. And Ridley College does come back out with it. Back there to retrieve it is Carly Schwartz. Sends it over to Jace Krantz. Jace off the boards. Over to Liebecker. She's content to backhand it into the zone. Sam Schneider first to be there. Puck squirts out. And Ridley College comes out with it. Back to play behind the net is Chelko. Oh, good centering play. Dangerous chance right for Ridley College. Oh, got away with maybe a trip there is Natalie. No call. Vic Jonathan. Oh, good idea. Tried to get it to Marissa O'Brien. Just a little bit out of reach. Maybe went through her skates, actually. Jonathan trying to enter the zone. Crosses it over to O'Brien. O'Brien takes it around the corner. Sends it over to Natalie Wu. Bumped off the puck. Ridley off the sidewall. And puck comes out, but there to retrieve it is Wu. Gets it back to defense to Helena, number 2. Addison Sirik, 22. Puck comes to Natalie. Natalie gets it back to O'Brien. O'Brien decides to go backwards to Addison. Back to Addison. All right, good puck movement. Got to get some quality shots on net, but Culver's moving the puck well. Connolly gets out there for her change. Going to get it is Sirik. Ridley comes out with it. Picked off by Maya Watanabe. Maya coming in strong. Connolly crashed into it. Good hard shot. Just over the cage. She picks up her own rebound. Bumped off the puck by Ridley College. Novi sent back in by Samantha Britton. Gasso trying to hold the line. Puck squirts past her. Looking for her teammate. She uses that length very well with her stick handling. Tried to hit Connolly, streaking through the middle. Connolly does come through. Gets tied up by the Ridley player, but does get over to Britton. Puck comes out. Cross ice intercepted. Gasso, good nifty, good shot. Oh, goalie made a good save. Just got a piece of that, but that was going in. All right, Novi back on D. Connolly trying to get it into the zone. 2-0 developing there, but just gets back in time as Krantz and Carly Ebling, actually. First time calling her name today for this game. Novi off the sidewall, gets past Rodriguez and all the way down. We should have an icing. Oh, they called it off. Okay, 10:41 to go. First period, no score. The Culver Eagles controlling most of the play, but nothing to show for the hard work thus far. All right, backhanded in by Wu. Had to be Allison's roommate, Natalie Wu. Had a beautiful goal last game. All alone. Tucked it in, nice backhand after a nice steal. All right, Ridley behind the net. Gets off their own player. Oh, good play by Rodriguez. Rodriguez had Ebling. Ebling working hard in the corner. Under a lot of duress is Ridley College, but they do get it out of the zone. Captain Jace Krantz softly backhands it to Carly Schwartz. Carly off the glass. And we'll go for a change. And looks like we might have icing called on that one. So we'll have the puck all the way back. 9:46 to go. Culver, Ridley College, no score. All right, getting ready for the face-off. We're going to keep Carly Ebling out there. Natalie Wu's going to take the draw.
I think they can change on icings.
Oh, they can't change on icing. My son just corrected me there. That's why they can't change. Good that we have somebody who knows the game. All right, puck off the skate. Ridley keeps it in. Ridley applying a little bit of pressure here. Moving the puck well. Oh, good save. Chelko with her first save. Nice, beautiful pick save and a beauty. All right, Ridley's got a little something going on here. Got to get it out of the zone. Got to get ready for a change, but under a lot of pressure right now. And getting it out of the zone is Rodriguez. Good play by Uriah. Again, converted defenseman to forward this year. She's looked really good early on. All right, Gwynn with a nice intercept there, showing good patience. Oh, beautiful feed right there. Just got to move it over. Oh, beautiful play by Sam. Had Britton there, but maybe just a little bit on the wrong side of her stick. Probably our best scoring opportunity in this early contest. All right, Kai Schuler back there. Indiana's own Kai Schuler. Britton Liebecker gets it over to Sam Schneider. Sam tries to get back to, Gwynn back to Schneider. And Weisner sends it down, and we will have icing. 8:20 to go. All right. Some good passes on that line right there. Keep working hard, and good things will happen. All right, so we got Schuler and Weisner back on D. Sam Schneider getting ready for the face. Face-off win by Ridley. Ridley gets it back. Looks like they have a long-distance shot. That was blocked in front. Liebecker trying to control the puck. Good patience, good hands, silky hands by Liebecker. She does get it out of the zone. Puck comes all the way down. Weisner there to corral it. Reverses direction, gets it over to her line mate. Ty Schuler back to Liebecker. Liebecker, good backhand pass to Gwynn. Gwynn tries to get it over to Schneider, trying to find that puck. She does come out with it, looking for an opportunity to have a shooting lane. Under a lot of pressure, she backhands to her teammate Sam behind the net. Sam has Jonathan in front. Good setup right there as they go for a change. All right, O'Brien comes in, tips it back into the zone. Good forecheck by this line. Jonathan, Monument Zone, Victoria Jonathan. A transfer from Winchendon right there, and we're so happy to have her. This is her second year with Culver. Started her prep school life at Winchendon, decided better of it. Knows a lot of the girls from Colorado, and we are the benefactor of having Victoria Jonathan on this Culver Eagles team. So as I mentioned earlier, we got 6 players from Wisconsin, 5 from Colorado, 4 from California, 2 from Indiana, 2 from Michigan, and 1 player each from Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, North Carolina. So a very diverse team as far as state representation. Gasso backhands it behind the net. Jonathan first to get there, gets it over to Novi. Novi, high shot, gloved by the goalie. Good hard shot by number 55, Addison Novi. Like to get that shot down a little bit, maybe get a greasy rebound. But nothing wrong with that shot. All right, Natalie Wu getting set. All right, Natalie, good clean faceoff. She's done very well with her faceoffs early on in this tournament. Very clean wins. Puck possession, name of the game. There she is. She cleans up. Oh, had a person in front. Got it to her. Marissa taken down. And Ridley comes back out with it. Jonathan picks it up. She's got a head of steam. She's got O'Brien. Good patience. Oh, she tried to feather a pass to O'Brien. Good idea by Jonathan. Just deflected at the end there. Novi coming in. Good hard shot. Puck is loose. Oh, Natalie just up over the cage. Had an open net. I think it might have been a bouncing puck, but Natalie had a chance to get us on the board. And Ridley comes out of it. They're going to be content with the dump and change. And they'll go for a line change there. Coming out with it is Jace Krantz, Colorado Springs native. And Allison Connolly has the puck. She curls. She backhands it in. Maya Watanabe and behind the net gets taken down. Good hard physical play there. Nothing wrong with that. Connolly with the forecheck. Schwartz tried to keep it in. And Ridley does come out with it. And they send it in deep again. Their game is a little bit more dump and change. Nothing wrong with that. They play to their style of their game. All right, puck rims around. Jace comes out with it. Krantz trying to get it over to Sammy Britton. Connolly pressure in there. Connolly keeps it in the zone. Jace backhands it to Schwartz. Schwartz tries to hit Watanabe just out of her reach. Girls will go for a change again. Kept in. Oh, just kept in by Schneider. Oh, maybe not. Just out. Probably by 6 inches, maybe less. Good hustle play by Schneider, though, but we'll have an offside and 4:55 to go. All Culver so far, but the most important thing is the scoreboard, and we're knotted up at Donuts. All right, Piper Gwynn looking for a good feather pass to Liebecker. Sirik brings it into the zone. No penalties called so far. It's been a clean game so far. Definitely very physical, a little more chippy than the last game. Kai Schuler, good battle there by Kai. Kai kicks it over to Sirik. Sirik gets it over to Liebecker. Liebecker pokes it out. It might not be enough for icing. No, it will not. and Gwynn is first to get there. Good hustle play by Gwynn. Gwynn looking for someone. Good centering play. Had Liebecker and Schneider right there. All right, Sirik going back to get the puck. This is one of those games where I think Ridley's just content to keep it close. Not really trying to split our D or anything like that to speak of. All right, Ridley comes out with it. Centering pass, deflected. Jacqueline Gasso. Gasso curls, gets into a little bit of trouble. Ridley does come out with it. Ooh, comes back out to Ebling. Ebling pops it over to Rodriguez. And Ridley sends it back in behind the net. Jacqueline Gasso does come out with it. Good crisp pass. Had Ebling. Could not control that. Connolly out there. Good forecheck by number 7, Allison Connolly. Trying to support Ebling. Couldn't find the puck. Squeaks by. Cobra Kai Shula gets it over to Gasso. Gasso tried to hit an Ebling, streaking Ebling again. Here comes Ebling. Ebling coming out with it. Has Rodriguez. Rodriguez and Ebling. 2-on-2 here. Good puck. Oh, fanned on the shot. Right idea. Rims it around, and puck comes all the way out. Rolling puck, and that should be icing, but the ref, yep. All right, 2:49 to go. No score here at the Gateway Ice Center in beautiful Hamilton, Ontario.
Stony Creek.
The Stony Creek Hockey Tournament or Showcase. All right, refs are talking something over here. Not really sure. I think maybe some ice work along the boards there. They don't like something. Probably, yep, bringing out a little water there, doing a little ice repair. So we have a break. Again, as I mentioned in the earlier broadcast, the composition of this team, we have 7 seniors and the rest are juniors. So our senior leaderships are Jace Krantz, Mackenzie Helms, who's not here with us this weekend, Addison Sirik, Addison Novi, Marissa O'Brien, Tatum Ellingson, and Helena Weisner. So a really great bunch of girls as our senior leaders. And I'm sure each one of those are on to a bright future after they graduate. So continuing the Culver tradition with just really, really terrific kids. And as I mentioned on the other broadcast, I'm not sure who joined or not, but our other younger U16 team played in the Stony Creek tournament, I believe last weekend, and did very, very well. They ended up going 3-1-1, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. Lost their playoff game to the Junior Flyers in a tightly contested game. It was close, and Flyers may have had an empty net at the end and won 3-0. But the girls really have a very exciting future ahead of them. They look like they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. So a lot of the tournaments coming up. Both the prep team, the older team, and the U16 team, the under 16 team, will be at the same tournaments together. So it's really good to build that culture of camaraderie and what have you that is so important to Culver. But these first 2 tournaments, they have different age for each weekend. So we weren't able to travel with them. Girls got in at 3:30 a.m. last night. Apparently, the bus driver for Culver got ill, and they had to find another bus driver in Michigan. So it caused a 3-hour delay. So girls were going to get in around 11:30 anyway, so it wasn't going to be early, but they ended up checking in at about 3:30. So as you can imagine, they didn't get much sleep. Had thankfully a later game, 11:45 game this morning, so they got to sleep in a little bit, but I have a feeling their legs and minds are catching up with them a little bit right now and being a little bit sleep deprived. Most of the parents, I think, got here, at a more reasonable time. Myself and my son John and the Liebecker clan and the Schulers, we also got in pretty late, about 2:30. Axel's trying to. Captain Obvious, Axel Liebecker, the cameraman's telling me they're working on the ice. I pointed that out earlier, but he wanted to get some. He wanted to get some credit for that. So
didn't know what it was.
So anyway, Axel does a terrific job with the camera. And we'll have to have some volunteers for broadcasting. The voice of Culver, David Gwynn, is not making the NIT tournament, which I think is the next tournament in Minnesota. So we're going to need to have some volunteers. I won't be at that one as well, but I'm sure we have a number of parents that love to broadcast. Brian Schwartz, Koji Watanabe, Michelle Schuler's done it before. So anyway, we'll figure that out. But the voice of Culver will not be for the first couple tournaments. I think he's going up to see his son, who goes to Colorado State with Sandra for Parents Weekend. He goes to the same college as my middle son, Ryan, Allison's one of her older brothers. So they actually play hockey up at CSU on what they call a lug team, which is kind of a men's recreational team. They play in the same league, not on the same team, but, play about 20 games or so and have a lot of fun and enjoy the college experience without all the commitments of formal college hockey. So anyway, it'll be exciting to get Dave back. Dave calls the game probably better than anyone, honestly. I hate to give him that credit because he's a Flyers fan, and I generally don't care for Philly guys, but he's a good one. All right, well, they're still working on the ice. Unfortunately, there's definitely some big hole in the ice over there. They're adding some water to it and doing what they can to get that repaired. And once they get that repaired, we'll be back at it. 2:49 to go in period number 1. No score. Yeah. But Culver did win the earlier game, 8-0, convincing victory. Really dominated the play. A lot of ice time for all the girls, for the most part. Like I said, they played a lesser maybe team, but still working out some of their kinks in their chemistry and what have you. Even though they won big, I think they're gonna be playing much crisper hockey as the season goes on. So speaking of kind of the future tournaments, just to give everybody kind of a heads up, Culver plays a lot of home and home type of games against some of the best teams, in the country. They'll be playing Mission, and they'll be playing in a Mission showcase as well. They'll going out to Rochester to play Bishop Kearney, last year's national champions, and then they'll play St. Louis and many other really good teams. But their tournaments, in addition to the Stony Creek tournament that we're playing. Sorry, Axel has some technical difficulties. He's got his ex-girlfriend calling or something. I don't know, but something came through.
Potential, yeah.
But anyway, the other tournaments are the NIT Showcase in Minnesota. I believe that's in October. Then there's the U.S.-Canada Cup tournament. I believe that's in Detroit. And then there's the Mission Christmas tournament in Chicago. Mission always puts on a good show. And then end-of-year tournament, the JWHL in the Maryland area showcase. And then not assuming, they'll also play in the Mid-Am District Tournament. And their chief rivals this year, where they have to get over the hump in order to make nationals, will be the Gilmore Academy, which he did play last year at U16, but they have a long-standing rivalry with at U19, and also Penn's Elite. Penn's Elite is probably our biggest rival from the younger girls that are now playing up. They ousted us out of the Mid-Am tournament the last 2 years and prevented us from advancing to nationals. So we got some work to do, and we're going to hopefully take care of business this year. But assuming they do well at the Mid-Am or their ranking is good enough, then they could qualify for nationals, which I believe is in Amherst, New York this year, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But anyway, lots of hockey. All right, we're getting ready set back for action here. All right, Ridley comes out with it. Sends it down. Novi first to get there. Good pressure by Ridley. Lee trying to come out with the puck. They do get it to the point. Shot way wide of the cage. Jonathan had a chance there. Poke checked that. Should have been off to the races. Oh, another shot wide of the net. even strength. Probably the most action we're seeing from Ridley all day so far in the first period. We got a little buzz going on. I'll let the coaches talk to him, but they're looking a little sharper now. Good block by Jonathan. Oh, deflected off of Gasso. Ricochets past the cage. Ridley rips it around. Kept in. Back down low. Tried to center up top. Glove back down. All right, girls are a little flat. All right, Jonathan trying to take measures into her own hands. She does get it out of the zone. Gets it up to Marissa. Marissa battling along the sidewall, and Ridley comes back. Connolly out there. Connolly pursuing. Connolly trying to apply that good forecheck. Sam Britton, the speedster. Britton gets down Connolly. Bouncing puck. Connolly trying to pursue. All right, Watanabe trying to get her third goal of the tournament. Try to find Connolly. Connolly behind the net. Oh, lost sight of the puck there. Couldn't see it in the corner there, but there's definitely action occurring. All right, Sam Britton. Girls are a little off right now. They've got to get a little bit more crisp with their passing. Jace Krantz comes back to field the puck. Long distance pass to Watanabe. Watanabe gets it over to Connolly. Connolly first to get there. Connolly backhands it back to Watanabe. Connolly still pursuing the puck. Needs help. Gets back to Krantz. Krantz gets D to D. Schwartz. Puck comes out of the zone. Schwartz was trying to get it in deep. All right, Jace Krantz behind the net. Watanabe. Connolly deflects it back to Krantz. Really got a little momentum going here. Picked off by Krantz. Krantz looking for someone, and she decides to send it all the way down the ice. We'll have an icing. Probably a good icing. Good time for a change. Didn't like what I was seeing there, and actually that ends the period. So time runs out on the first period, and Culver is in a semi-dogfight, no score. Till the end of that period, they were looking like they were controlling most of the play, but got a little lethargic at the end there. Again, got in at 3:30 a.m. last night, so it's easy to criticize, but these girls are probably exhausted. But as they say, suck it up, Buttercup. All right, Coach Corey and Coach Alley talking it over on the bench. So looking ahead, again, tomorrow we have a couple games. We'll be playing the Edge School at 1:15 Eastern, and then the Kingston Ice Wolves at 8 p.m. Eastern. And depending how we do in this round robin play, that will determine what bracket and what seedings we have for playoff activity on Sunday. Some really, really good teams out here. I think they're sharing 2 ice rinks. The Gateway Ice Center is one of them, and then there's the Leona Ice Center, which isn't too far from this rink as well. Those are the 2 that I'm aware of. This is at least 5 or 6, well, no, excuse me, at least 3 or 4 sheets of ice here. All right, Sam Schneider getting ready for the faceoff. Gwynn and Liebecker out here with Gasso and Novi. You got to turn this momentum around here. Trying to find that puck. All right, Novi sends it in. Sam Schneider giving good effort there. And there it is. Oh, there it is. Piper Gwynn gets Culver on the board. All right, good effort by Schneider. Caused a lot of pressure. And Gwynn rushed in and saw an opportunity. And when you have Gwynn all alone like that, that's money. So PG6, Piper Gwynn from Centennial, Colorado, gets your Culver Eagles up 1-0. All right. I don't know what Piper took her glove off there. Not sure what she's looking for. Maybe a mouthpiece. I wouldn't put anything in my mouth after it hits this ice, that's for sure. All right, big goal by Piper Gwynn, top shelf. Where grandma keeps the cookies, as they say. All right, good face-off win by Sam. Schneider gets it to Gasso. Gasso to Liebecker. And Sam playing well there. Had Gwynn in front. Liebecker, here comes Liebecker. Liebecker, oh, nice. Smart idea. Good. Oh, there's a good opportunity too. Gasso with a good shot. And goalie jumps on that puck to cover. Good puck movement. All right, well, whatever Coach Corey said to them at intermission, it looks like it's working. So girls are coming out with a little more pep in their step. Good shot by Gasso and almost a nice rebound opportunity. Schneider with another face-off win, gets it over to Gasso. Gasso curls, comes back to the half wall, gets it deep to Schneider. Schneider being supported by Gwynn. Puck comes back out, jumping into the play is Gasso, uses her body well to corral the puck. Being supported by Schneider. Gasso jumping into the play there. I like that. I like an offensive defenseman, and we got one in Gasso for sure. All right, Ridley does come out with it. Novi settles it. Back to Gasso. Good long-distance pass right on the tape right there to Gwynn. And here comes Liebecker. Thought about the shot, thought better of it. Little nifty backhand to Schwartz, and there's the tip right there. Gwynn looking for her second. Good opportunity. Good shot by Schwartz, and Piper Gwynn in great position right there. Schwartz coming in. Looked like she was going to pass it. Decided to carry it in. Smart play. Oh, there's a good pass. Oh, just a little late in getting the shot off was Marissa O'Brien, but really good puck movement again. Marissa, feeds the Natalie Wu in front. Natalie comes out with it again. Here's got Marissa, got numbers here. Oh, nice nifty play by Natalie, and she tucks it in. Oh, that's the second highlight goal for Natalie Wu. Beautiful, tucks it in, does it all on her own. Beautiful goal by Natalie, and your Culver Eagles are up 2-0. That's Allison's roommate. Beautiful goal. All right, so both lines appear to be clicking so far. At the start of the second period, Culver up 2-0, 13:07, period number 2. That's Natalie's second beautiful goal of this season. All right, Addison back on D, easily steered aside by Chelko. Chelko hasn't been tested too much today, and that's always a concern. You don't want your goalies getting too cold. All right, Jonathan tried to drop pass it to Wu. Trying to keep it in is Helena. And Jonathan tried to get it out of the neutral zone. Could not. Wu does come up with it. Gets it over to Jonathan. Jonathan has Marissa wide. Looks like she's going to try to get a sneaky shot off. Hard, low shot. But good kick save by Ridley. All right, 3-on-2 developing for Ridley, but they like to dump and chase. They're more of a gritty, grinding type team. They have not had a breakaway to note. All right, Connolly's out there with Sam Britton and Maya Watanabe. Maya throws it into the neutral zone. Ridley, D to D. All right, good effort by Britton. Connolly has it. Connolly gets it back to the D. All right, Kai Schuler. Helena Weisner. Connolly has it, looking for someone. Good outlet pass to Watanabe. Watanabe looking for a streaking Britton across the middle. Connolly, good tap pass to Britton. Britton with good support, showing off those wheels. Connolly gets it back to the D. Good save by Gasso. Gasso with a good hard one-timer. Oh, beautiful shot by Novi, but better save by Ridley. All right, number 55 showing off. She's got a cannon too. We got at least two girls out there right now with cannons. All right, we'll go for a change here. It looks like we're going to have Uriah out there with Natalie Wu and Carly Ebling. Novi and Gasso still on D. Natalie's done really well with her face-offs. She sees she can win another one. I jinxed her. She does lose that one, but still kept in by Culver. for a little bit before Ridley comes out with it. Ridley's got numbers here. Oh, good shot. Wow. I'm not sure Telka could do much about that. Tip your hat, folks. Ridley had a really nice, tough angle shot, but top shelf. Good hard shot. So that's Culver's first goal they've let up early in the year. Brings it back to 2-1. Culver still on top. All right, Natalie back ready for the face-off. She does win this one, gets it back to Novi. Puck comes into the neutral zone, giving chases Rodriguez. And really enters the zone. They got a little momentum going right now. Dangerous play in front. Novi waves off the icing there, giving chases Ebling. Ebling and Rodriguez. Coming onto the ice, jumped into the play is Sam Schneider. Good play by Sam, trying to find that puck. She throws it behind the net. Schwartz first to get there. Comes down. Oh, Schwartz takes a big hit, and Ridley will be going to the penalty box. Looks like a charge there. All right, so Culver will have an opportunity to get that 2-goal lead back on the power play at the 10:20 mark of period number 2 here. Looks like Harley shook that off. She's tough as nails. She's a tough kid from Ames, Iowa. Takes after Autumn. All right, Leidecker getting ready for the face with Gwynn and Marissa O'Brien. D to Gasso. Gasso couldn't find it. She was looking to get that shot off. That happens sometimes. Weisner gets it over to Gwynn, back to Gasso. Gasso, oh, good patience. Ooh, had Leidecker. Maybe wasn't ready for it. We got to get our power play going. Hasn't looked too crisp the last 2 games, but it's early. All right, Gasso gets it over to Gwynn. Gwynn soft passes it to O'Brien. Back to Gasso. Gasso looking for an angle. Oh, good hard shot. All right, crashed in the net was Marissa. 1:22 to go on our power play. All right, Gwynn gets it over to Weisner. Weisner, good hard, crisp pass to Gasso. Gasso gets back to Gwynn. Gwynn finds the puck, gets it back to Gasso. Gasso right in front there. And Ridley tries to clear, kept in by Weisner. Weisner, good hard shot. That's just wide of the cage. Gwynn along the half wall gets taken down. Weisner, another good hard pass to Gasso. She's trying to find the puck. Good defensive play by Ridley College, but Gasso gets it to Leidecker somehow. And there's a good shot. Puck is loose in front. Gasso, hard, good shot. Right in the breadbasket there. Gasso not looking to go top shelf or anything. She just, wants to find an opportunity for a rebound there. That's the right play. All right, some good opportunities there. 41 seconds to go on the power play. Natalie Wu coming out there. Maya gets it over to Sam Schneider. Sam gets it over to Vic Johnson. Vic Johnson, right through the crease. Schwartz. And Ridley does clear. Jonathan softly feathers it to Schneider. Schneider waiting for Watanabe to get on sides. Jonathan looking to set something up. Schneider back to Jonathan. Good save. Schwartz comes in to support. Looks like she's going behind him. Oh, she had open Schneider. Good set play. Dangerous play here. Ridley looking to tie up this game. Oh, just wide and up high. I think Sarah saw that all the way, but boy, that's, you got to know when that player's coming out of the bench. They caught us by surprise a little bit there. All right, Schwartz jumps to play. She's got Wu, got Jonathan following. Oh, beautiful pass to Wu, and Wu gets taken down, and we'll be back on the power play. All right, good effort play. Good things happen when you drive to the net. That's exactly what Wu did. So we'll get power play number 1 back in there, 7:54. All right, Culver's got to capitalize on these chances. All right, Liebecker, good face-off win to Weisner. Weisner, ooh, lost control, and this is going to be a dangerous play. Gasso, the only person back. Gasso, all right, does just enough. Girl still had a good shot off, but good hustle play by Gasso to get back into the play. All right, Liebecker, tape to Gasso. Gasso showing off the hands. O'Brien softly, just out of the reach of Liebecker. All right, trying to get it down low to Gwynn. And Ridley does get it out of zone again. 1:20 to go on the power play. Girls haven't had too much opportunity to work on the power play, to be fair, but they haven't looked all that crisp yet. Liebecker bringing it into the zone. Liebecker backhands it to Gasso. Gasso, long distance shot. I'd like to set up a play there. I'll be talking to James about that play. All right, Weisner. Whoa, beautiful. That was a shot pass to O'Brien, and O'Brien almost put it in, much like the old Ranger used to do. Oh, taken down is Weisner. Both girls collide here. Liebecker coming up, carries it into the zone, has O'Brien. All right, under 30 seconds to go on the power play. And they'll go for another change with the second power play unit coming on. Schneider gets it over to Watanabe. Watanabe feeds it to Jonathan. Jonathan curls back to the point, looking for a shooting lane. And there it is. And she finds it. There it is. Vic Jonathan with her first goal of 2025. Buries a nice little shot past the goaltender, and Culver's back to a 2-goal lead. 3-1 at the 6:03 mark. So really nifty little play by Jonathan. And she's got a great shot as well. All right, Connolly's coming back out there with Rodriguez and Samantha Britton, Sirik, and Schuler. All right, Connolly wins the draw, back to Schuler. Schuler gets it over to Sirik, tries to hit Sam. Connolly coming back for the puck, feeds it over to Schuler. Schuler curls, looking for some support, gets it back behind the net to Sirik. Connolly, she's got a chance if she can get there. Good defensive play. Rodriguez working hard along the sidewall. Connolly and Rodriguez with the forecheck. Connolly going into the corner. And Rodriguez trying to support her on the other side. That's how you turn the momentum around. You've got to have that good forecheck. All right, Ridley comes back at it. 2-on-1 developing. Oh, good feed. Did not get a clean backhand off, but good opportunity. Oh, another nice shot. All right, Ridley buzzing a little bit here. Sam Britton trying to get it out. Rodriguez does get it out, and that should be icing. Oh, yep, all right. Icing at 4:59, 3-1 Culver. All right, they have to keep the line out. As John, my son, mentioned earlier, you cannot change if you ice the puck. Connolly back for the face. They'll be looking for a change as soon as they can get it. All right, loose puck. Sirik gets it, trying to get it out of the zone. Gets it over to Britton. Britton tried to get out of the zone, but could not. Ridley still has the numbers. Rodriguez bouncing puck. And Sammy does get it out. Backhands it over to Rodriguez, who looks like she's going to win this race. Great effort by Rodriguez, but they were going for a change, so she didn't have anything to play with on that one. Liebecker bumped off the puck there. Got to give Ridley some credit there. They're playing a good physical game. They're playing the game that they have to play and keeping the score tight. All right, kept in. Liebecker gets it over to Sam. Sam, good feed right there. Oh, and had an open Gwynn. Gwynn could not find the puck, so she would have had her second goal of the game. All right, Gasso tied up there, but does bring it into the zone. Liebecker giving chase around the corner. Good support. Gasso backhands it over to Liebecker. Good hard pass to Gwynn. Comes off the wall. Gwynn tried to get it back to Schneider. Oh, good feed. Liebecker just wide of the net. And Ridley College looks like they were content to dump it. Hits off for the chest of Addison Novi. Gets it over to Sam. But this line needs to go for a change. I can see some tired legs out there. I guess so, along the wall. Kept in by Ridley. Oh, good effort right there to get it out of the puck by Gwynn. Schneider backhands it, picked up by Novi. Novi carries it in. Jonathan enters the ice. Jonathan has a chance to get goal number 2. Oh, I thought we could have had Jonathan. Novi looks for the shot instead. Jonathan. Novi backhands it back to Wu. Wu in the corner, tied up. Being supported by Jonathan. Taps it past Krantz. Krantz does recover. Here we go. We got a chance. Jonathan's got one player to beat. Oh, good backhand. Good save. All right, Jonathan creating some plays here. Number 27, our Energizer Bunny for sure. All right, good effort play by Jonathan. They'll keep this line out here. Wu, Jonathan, O'Brien, Schwartz, and Krantz. Doing a better job, the refs today, with dropping the puck. The last game, boy, they were just dropping it before the girls were set. It was getting under my skin a little bit. All right, puck comes around the rim. Farley sends it back in deep. Marissa, good hustle first to get there. Wu there to support. Over to Jonathan. Jonathan looking down low. Puts it back to Wu. And Ridley trying to get it out. Good play by Carly, kept it in. But Ridley does come out with it. Wave off icing. Krantz trying to get it out. Under a little bit of pressure. Carly gets it out of the danger zone, and Marissa bats it off the wall. Forecheck by Jonathan. Nifty little play by Ridley. Good tape-to-tape pass. Ridley's playing better than they did in the first period, for sure. All right, 1:25 to go in period number 2. Carly Ebling. All right, Jace Krantz rims it around. Jonathan's probably ready for a change. He's been out there a while. Took a weird bounce off the sidewall there. Uh-oh, Dane. Oh, wow. Big opportunity, but girl shot it wide of the net by a pretty large margin and in tight. All right, under a minute to go here. All right. Samantha Schneider backhand off the side of the net. All right, girls got to get it out under a lot of duress. Ebling there to support. All right, all Ridley right now. Sent wide of the net. Oh, wide open net. Chelko's got to get back up, and she does. Girls' legs are definitely showing some fatigue right now. Under 20 seconds to go here. We'll be on the perimeter. And Jonathan finally gets it out. One-on-one. One-on-one. She's got one player to beat. What is she going to do? Tries to go wide. Poke checked away from her. And that'll just about do it here. All right, so Culver 3-1 going into period number 3. They'll go for a quick Zam here, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Go get yourself some popcorn or get a drink, and we'll catch up with you in about 10.
Save the voice.
All right, guys, we're back at it for the final period. Over, up 3-1. Girls are getting out there, doing their stretching, and hopefully they can take home another W. Not only getting the win, but in order to be one of the top seeds, even if they go undefeated, there are tiebreakers. So it's important for them not to take the foot off the pedal and perform as well as they possibly can to put them in the best possible position that they can. So first game, again, 8-0, that's great, no goals against. 8-4, we're up 3-1. We've thoroughly, I'd say, outplayed them, but honestly, I think our legs are catching up with us a little bit today. Not quite as crisp as they will be when they're in more mid-season form. But got to suck it up and put it out there and close this game strong. I'm worried about my cameraman too. He's running quite a bit right now. We had a late night arrival too. He's on the same flight as me. Got in at 2:30. But he's a trooper. All right. Well, hopefully the video, commentary, and audio are coming in okay. Never know with some of these rinks. All right. Well, here we go. We're getting ready. Connolly, Britton, and Watanabe out there with Novi and Gasso. Good strong face-off win to Gasso. Gasso back to Novi. Novi gets it over to Watanabe. She gets a stick on it, so no icing. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. Not really sure. This was a very late call, whatever it is.
They're not blowing the whistle until the player touches it.
Yeah, so okay. I think they're playing a little bit more Canadian level icing, so looked like icing, but then I thought maybe she got a stick on it, but they don't blow the whistle until the player touches it with their stick or something like that. So anyway, face off in the defensive zone. Connolly getting ready for the draw. All right, Ridley wins that face off. Good hard shot. Good save by Sarah Chelko. Good save. Watanabe gets it over to Britton. Britton tried to get it in. Didn't hit Connolly. Gasso behind the net. Gets it over to Britton. Britton trying to get it out. Connolly was streaking there. Oh, Gasso's down on the ice. Not really sure what happened there. Looks like she's going to try to go to the bench when she can. She looks like she's okay. She may have, I'm not sure if she was hit or fell. There's a good play by Gasso, but I know she wants to get off the ice. Looks like she'll go for a change there. Played by the Ridley goalie. All right, Watanabe keeps it in. Tries to get it to Schneider. Tied up along the walls. And Watanabe goes for a change. Schneider. All right, Gwynn first to get there. Gwynn backhands it to Liebecker. Liebecker comes out with it. Throws it back behind the net. She gets it over to Gwynn. Gwynn off the wall to Krantz. Krantz, the captain. Looked like she was trying to hit Schneider or Liebecker. Liebecker behind the net. Oh, good nifty stick work there. Good shot just past the cage, though. Liebecker, a lot of fanning on the shots. So definitely some tired, not only legs out there, but hands as well. Oh, quick whistle. Quick whistle. Not sure the net was off. The puck was loose, but they blow the whistle. 13:08, period number 3 here. All right, good face-off win by Sam. Liebecker gets it over to Schwartz. Schwartz, long distance shot, just left of the cage. And slowly tapped to the goalie. Goalie covers. I'm going to keep this line out there. It's a long shift. They'll change the D partners. And we'll get Weisner and Sirik out there. Still trying to figure out what's going on with Jacqueline. She appears to be okay. Probably just got, maybe got her bell rung. Not really sure, but she's a tough cookie. She'll be fine. All right, Gwynn Corrales comes in, throws it to herself, first to get there. All right, Gwynn's looked sharp this game. Backhand try to get it to Liebecker. Liebecker does intercept. Wu comes out there. And Ridley does get it out of the zone. Try to get it in deep, but blocked by Weisner. All right, Weisner behind the net. All right, nifty little move right there. Gets it over to Gwynn. Gwynn's probably ready for a change. Softly thrown on net, easily saved by Chelko. Liebecker's still out there too. Long shift for Britt. Britt looking like she's trying to get a shot off. Liebecker throws it into the opponent's bench. She'll go for a change. Out will become Jonathan. All right, Gasso back on the ice. Novi Gasso on D. Jonathan, O'Brien, and Wu. All right, 3-1 Culver, 11:49 to go, period number 3 at the Gateway Ice Center in Hamilton, Ontario. All right, good face-off win by Natalie. Shot, deflected and up high, but the goalie saw it and was able to glove it. Not really sure what the shots on goal count is. I imagine it's a pretty sizable advantage. Not quite as lopsided as the last game. All right, let's see if Natalie can win another face-off. Get it over to Novi, to Gasso, and get it on net. There's first part. All right, Jonathan gets to Gasso. Oh, beautiful tip by Natalie, but good save. Right idea right there. Good looking play. All right, Ridley behind the net. Kept in. Good play by Addison. All right, Novi does keep it in, and they go for, looks like it would have been delayed off sides there. Gasso behind the net. Tied up by the Ridley player, stolen by Ridley. Gasso does find it. Can't really see. Unfortunately, I don't have good viewing angle there in the corner. All right, Novi gets it over to Jonathan. Jonathan brings it out, enters the zone all alone. And it looks like she's going to try to. Nice clearing pass through the crease, though. Centering pass. O'Brien gets it back to Krantz. Krantz gets it over to Jonathan. Jonathan reverses direction. Throws it in. Connolly there. Puck is kept in by Krantz. Connolly first to get there. Here's Connolly. She backhands it. I don't know. Backhands it, but it was under pressure there. It's Watanabe. Watanabe and Britton. Connolly gets down on the knee there. Gets it back to the D. D to Krantz. Krantz gets it over to Watanabe. Got to get back on side. Krantz goes back. Schwartz gets it. Tried to hit Britton, but got deflected. Comes over to Connolly. Connolly has the chance. She's got to move. Connolly gets it over to Watanabe. Watanabe sends it in. Britton with an off-angle shot. And it looks like it was loose on the side of the net. All right, Bill keeps the lines out there. Weisner will come out on D with Schuler. 9:41 to go, period number 3. 3-1 Culver. Like to get a couple more goals in this game. Connolly's got to win the draw here. Yep, Ridley wins the draw. Connolly there to support. Comes out with the puck behind the net. Connolly looking to get it back to the D, perhaps. Gets it over to Weisner. Off of Weisner's skate. Connolly keeps it in. Good play by Allison to get it around the boards. All right, Britton had Connolly. And Ridley gets out to Schuler. Schuler carries it over. Connolly just content to backhand it into the zone and go for a change. Weisner reverses direction, has Gwynn under a bit of pressure. Gwynn trying to find the puck, could not. Liebecker, here comes Liebecker and Gwynn. They got a chance. Liebecker splits the D. Here we go. And there it is. Britton Liebecker goes 5-hole. Britton Liebecker showing off her immense talent right there. Her second goal of the weekend. Number 15, National Camp Select Invitational. She's quite the player. So really split the D and gives us a nice 3-goal lead. Most dangerous lead in hockey, as they say. Never understood that, but that's what they say. I don't say it, they say it. All right, Schneider for the face-off here. Awkward looking play right there. Behind the net, Chalka plays it. Steers it over to Novi. Novi back to Gasso. Gasso backhands to Liebecker. Coming out with is Gwynn. Gwynn trying to create space and separation, and she does that. Poke checked away. Novi gets it over to Gasso. Gasso gets it back to Gwynn. Gwynn backhands, but nobody there. Gasso checked away, but does go over to Novi. O'Brien's got Sam Schneider in front, if you can find her. All right. Girls are putting on a little bit of pressure here. All right, we got an offsides or hooking here. Looks like we got a hooking call. I did not see it. It occurred right below me, too. So we are going to see Miss Marissa O'Brien in the sin bin. So Culver will be on the PK. I believe this is their first PK of this game. So out there to defend, we'll have Jonathan, Wu, Schwartz, and Krantz. All right, good face-off win. Wrapped around by Schwartz. Could not get out, though. Kept in by Ridley. Ridley coming in. Good hard shot. And Jonathan, she was almost off to the races. Tried to capture herself, but just she regains control. Has Wu. Just a little out in front of Wu. Good effort by those two right there. And Ridley carries back in. 2-on-2 developing. They're trying to settling it on the power play. Jonathan has it. Jonathan tied up behind the net. She's still working hard. Comes out with the puck. Tries to tap it out of the zone. She does. All right, Ridley trying to set up the play here. Trying to enter the zone. Good forecheck so far by Culver. Another good play by Natalie. Had a chance there. Keeping them out of our zone. Another minute. Another tangled up player. Jonathan trying to find that puck, and she does, and sends it in deep. Played by the goalie. And we'll have Sam Britton out there and Allison Connolly. Good shift for those two girls. All right, there's Britton. Britton showing off the wheels. And offside. Connolly offsides by only a mile.
She thought she was getting the puck.
I think she thought she was playing Connolly Classic 3v3 hockey there for a second. Might be a long ride home for that kid. All right, Connolly with the face-off. Schuler and Sirik back there. Sirik finds the puck. Gets it over to Britton. Comes out of the zone. Connolly with the forecheck. Connolly does. Oh, she tried to hop over the player, but forgot the puck. Connolly back on a good forecheck. Gasso trying to get it out. Schuler gets it over to Gasso. Gasso does get it out. Good play by JQ of Jacali Nation. If you haven't heard, Allison and Jacqueline have a nation, Jacali Nation. All right, Gwynn settles the puck down and sent back in deep by Gasso again. All right, good penalty kill so far. Nothing going for Ridley, and we're back to even strength actually now with 5:30 to go in the contest. All right, Gasso bring it into the zone. Good carry by Gasso. Good hard, good low shot. Like to see a rebound right there. And Gasso keeps it in again. Good shift by Jacqueline. And Liebecker out there. Pins her opponent to the wall. Krantz off the boards to Gwynn. Gwynn looking for the pass here. Oh, there's her toe drag move. She was trying it. I think she thought better of it. She didn't fully commit to that toe drag, but she can do better than just about anybody. All right, Ridley coming in with a screener. All right, good defensive play by Schwartz. Did not let a clean shot through. Easy save by Chelko. Chelko has looked good. She's made the saves that she's had to. Got beat by a really good shot. There's no shame in the shot that she got beat by. Got to tip the hat sometimes. All right, Natalie Wu with the face-off. Gets it over to Ebling. Ebling behind the net to Rodriguez. Rodriguez backhands it out of the zone. And Ebling giving chase. Natalie Wu. And Rodriguez gets it out. Good play by Uriah. Here comes Ebling. Ebling and Wu. 2-on-2 developing. That would have been a tough one to thread the needle, but Natalie was looking to thread the needle past two players there. All right, and Ridley comes back into the zone. Good defensive play. Both girls converge. Evelyn gets it over to Rodriguez, a little bit out of her reach, but she corrals it, comes back into the play. Crosses the blue line. Thought we got away with an offside. I don't think Evelyn realizes it. We're going to wait for her teammate to get back on sides. Weisner, got away with a little bit of a hip check there. Connolly trying to get it in front. She does. Oh, quick whistle. Weisner tossed to the ground there. I'm sure the puck was loose there. I don't know if the moorings were off or not, but that was a quick whistle. All right, so hopefully we can finish strong. 4-1 Culver, 3:47 to go. These girls will probably have an early evening if it was up to me as far as the coaches. All right, Watanabe, good body position by Watanabe. Sam Britton getting there, trying to get it deep to Allison, gets it over to Sirik. Puck is loose, Connolly streaking across the crease. Connolly coming back, comes out with it. Backhands to the D, to Weisner, over to Watanabe. Watanabe back, Connolly trying to get it in. Pins it against the board, gets it back to the D, back to Weisner. Weisner, good pass over to Britton and to Watanabe. Weisner, cross-ice pass to Watanabe, who will like to go for a change. She does. Wu is out there with Jonathan. Jonathan looking to be my player of the game. Again, unofficial player of the game, but the commentator gets to make some calls that otherwise other fans don't get. There she is, Jonathan. That's why she's in the running right there. Oh, beautiful. I think Natalie's got a mohawk there. It was a great play by Jonathan, but I think Natalie was looking to backhand it in, but I'd like her to see her mohawk a little bit and getting a shooting position. I will be talking to Sarlina. I think she's in Minnesota with her daughter at another tournament, but she may be getting a call from me because Jeff doesn't listen to me. Jeff's here, but he doesn't even know what he's looking at. He thinks he's at a baseball game. All right, Natalie getting ready for the face-off. Looks back to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, good hard shot. Didn't miss by much. JQ putting a stamp on the game. There's some public service announcement in French that I didn't understand, so sorry about losing the commentary there for a minute. We got about 2 minutes to go here. Girls looking to finish strong. Novi cross-ice pass to Marissa O'Brien. So Wu has a chance there. The Wu show has played well as well. All right, Marissa O'Brien, number 12. Battling hard behind the net. Puck comes out to Novi. Novi mishandled that. Does come out of the zone. Jonathan Gets it over to Gasso. Schneider working hard. Oh, good shot. Oh, Liebecker with her second of the game. 5-1. Britton Liebecker showing off the cannon. That was a rocket. Beautiful shot by number 15. Britton Liebecker, the liability Becker. She earned that nickname when she played in the Connolly Classic and decided she could try to dominate with brand new skates. Well, didn't work out too well for her. She didn't even make the playoffs in that illustrious tournament. All right, big game for Britton. I think Britton's right there in player of the game possibilities too. But right now, I'm still leaning to Jonathan. I like her effort. It's not only who scores the most goals. All right, Ridley College. Just wide of the net. They haven't been getting many shots on net. They've had a few shots, but they seem not to be the most accurate. But, give credit to the defense, too. We're getting in front of a lot of these shots and getting sticks on them and thwarting their scoring chances. So 5-1 Culver, 1:08 to go. Sam Schneider. Face-off won by Ridley. Bouncing puck behind the net. Scramble there. Liebecker comes out with it. Liebecker got some pep now. All right, Sam trying to wait for offside sides, and she does. Oh, nice looking moves. That was Gwynn, actually. My apologies. That 8 and 6 are killing me all weekend. But good nifty stick handling right there by Gwynn. All right, Chase Branch with the puck. Just trying to kill the remaining time here. Under 30 seconds to go. Branch behind the net. Rims it out to Gwynn. Gwynn mishits. Does come back to her. Here she goes. She's got a chance for one more rush, but her line goes for a change. Connolly comes out to finish this off. 15 seconds to go. Watanabe keeps it. Oh, just offsides. All right. It's interesting. They actually go to the extra decimal here with the clock. It's 9.38 seconds to go in the period. So Canada very precise with their clock management. All right, puck comes to the goalie. Looks like that'll just about do it. Your Culver Eagles go to 2-0 early on the season, in great position to advance with a good seeding in the Stony Creek tournament. I think the important thing, though, now is to get them a decent meal and get them to bed early tonight so they can be ready to really play at the level they should be playing at tomorrow. So speaking of, tomorrow's game again is against the Edge School at 1:15 Eastern, and then followed by an evening matchup against the Kingston Ice Wolves. So we'll have all the commentary and video for you. So hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday night. Make sure you root for the Fighting Irish tomorrow, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Take care.